So I'm trying to kind of, like, a little bit of a soft goal of trying to get all of those done before we end. But the clanless ones are difficult. So you choose a primary and secondary? Yeah, you got a primary clan and a secondary clan. You're effectively like subclassing. Are we gonna see round table again? Do you mean round guard? These are really cool vids. Sometimes I can't catch your stream, but seeing the stream vids on YouTube is great. That kind of commentary is usually with a more serious tone, and I enjoy it a lot. I'm very pleased to hear that, right, Emma? I also do think like that there's a completely, oh my god. Temper the strength of your units. We start with spreading spores and sharpen. We spikes boys now. We spiky. Oh, she's spiky. I'm not going with sting spells. You did that in the last run. Dazed. I mean, that will mean that if anything goes to the top floor with less than 15 health, it dies. I like that. Yes, round guard. Yeah, I mean, round guard is probably a game that I would cycle in and out of the Read on Raps weekly streams. In fact, it's on our list of things that you can just cycle in for a certain slot. We have like a very extensive list of games that you can cycle in and out for slots, but a lot of them have other considerations like, oh, if you have this, then you need to have a free slot afterwards, or if you have this, then you need to have like preset topics that you can talk about beforehand so that you don't necessarily have to focus entirely on the game, or this one is a little bit too intense, so that has to be like a first segment and stuff like that. It's kind of like those puzzles where it's like, so Matt was at the party sitting next to Jessica. Jessica was sitting across from a woman she hates. The matron of the party was hosting this person over onto the left side, and they only sat next to someone who ate fish, right? And then you have to figure out how it all fits together. Spikes. Enemies end with spikes is fine. So do I. Where did Sam sit? Exactly. That's the question I'm asking. Where did Sam sit? Unfortunately, the Disciple Protectors are going to get to the top line and deal 2 damage to my Pyre with their spikes. That's actually annoying. Are there any other Awaken builds other than spikes? Yeah, there definitely are. So you go Awoken in order to get a sweeper unit or something like that, or maybe a multi-strike unit, and then you start enhancing it. You can enhance it with the Awoken cards, or in a pinch, you can add some Rage into as well. That's a build that I actually like. Hang on. Let's focus on this for just a second. That's one that I like. Obviously, stings, kind of. Not really, but kind of. It's fine. Sharpen you, restore, train steward. See you soon, and thank you very much for the gift of tier 1 subs, Isaac the Space Engineer. Isaac, enjoy your emotes in chat, and welcome to the Republic. Sting really needs the artifacts? Yeah. It needs the artifacts, or it needs something dumb like what we did in the first episode. Would you like a 3D Slay the Spire? Maybe not. So I thought I wanted a 3D Risk of Rain. And then I played one. Turns out I didn't necessarily want a 3D Risk of Rain. I still just don't gel with that game, and I don't understand why. Pie shards, consume. Lovely. Ryan, how's sexuality seen in Australia? Here in my state, it's 50-50. I don't get outside much, Kyoto. Hey, Rita. It's good to see you. I don't need any of these. We're gonna set up our spikes on the bottom floor, so we're sending a unit, like, we can't use that to get a unit behind our sentient. What we want is descend a unit. I think once it gets a proper beat the game condition, I might enjoy it more. Maybe. Maybe I'll be similar. Okay. I want to upgrade my spells because there's so many good ones here. Cost reduction on spreading spores is incredible. Consumption removal on the Pyre Shards is incredible. Double stack on either of them is nuts, and I'll die if I get it. so glad that I didn't get it there. Otherwise, I was gonna have to die. We should also start removing cards from the deck, actually. I probably removed 3 here. 3? Can I? No, 2. 2? 3? I can afford 2. So restore and a torch. I am gonna need to add some more health healing in this deck. As opposed to armor healing. Is this Raps' new addiction? So, wait. When did I upload my first video of this? So I released episode like 10 or 11 today, so 10 days ago. So I've had this for about 10 to 11 days. I have 54 hours in it, so you tell me. You tell me. Also, everyone read on Raps is on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Central. Exactly. It's a good time. Come along. Ooh, -1 NG per turn is fine. I don't care about that. That's 5+ hours a day. I am streaming 4 hours of it every day that I'm not doing recording with other people, and then recording my own YouTube series as well. And also, there was a period of time, obviously, where I had to play it before I put any content out on it, so I could figure out if it was a thing that I wanted. So. This is actually fine, right? What's up, dudes? Sup, you Rhapsody, you handsome devil? Sup, Turbo? How's it going, bud? Your entrances are always grand and spectacular. Okay. I have to torch you because I want the money. One on top so you have time to build the spikes more. Basically, just so I have floors after it so that I can nuke them still. Will Undermine come back and when it's finished or something? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have any answers about that at the moment. It's just... Hang on. If I torch you, then this will still die with only getting 1 hit through. No, it's train steward. Cool. Other mind mode is real good. But I have so many games at the moment. I have so many other games to do. 6. Okay, that's fine. We can get you out of range of the next 2 triggers of that. Decent amount of damage. It fixes every issue we complained about. I am very glad to hear that because I did complain a lot. That's the reason that I ended up stopping my my previous series on it as early as I did. Just because I found myself complaining a lot of the time. And I don't like complaining. I don't like being a salty boy. It's fine. Honestly, if I have to pay, what? 18 Pyre health in order to get a relic? In a spikes build? I'll take it. Summon abilities trigger an additional time, fine. Focus growth, restore 10 health, draw a card, seems good to me. I have wanted a bigger heal in the deck. Welder Helper will double its effects. That's 20 armor on a target, that's pretty big. I'll take it. Maybe you already know, but when you quit the game while in a fight, you can reconnect at the beginning of the fight. Oh, I didn't know that. I probably won't use it. It's useful information. No, I guess. I'm going over this way. I'm looking for a thorny boy. Dang it. You never give me the thorny boys. I could take an Analyst of Will. I just need some damage behind the Sentient at the moment. I'm going to have to take it for that. So wait, are the holos gonna have absolutely huge health balls? Yes, exactly, they will. Yes. It's early enough. We can make that mad buff. We're doing it. We're doing it live. All right, hang on. We do have a forge units in the next area and a removal in the... Perfect, perfect. We're looking for multi-strike, quick. Multi-strike or quick. I'll take either of them on that. Let's go for the Hell Vent. I want removal on... probably just another Restore and Torch to me in time. No, I need the Train Steward still at the moment. It is a Restore and Torch. Go for 60 colonies this time. We did get it very early. It's possible. That was a dupe. If I go back to main menu and then join the run again, can I redo that? No. It's okay. There's like one card in the deck that was good on a dupe, but it's fine. That happens. Let's just focus on everything else now. You can't change it, so you focus on what you can. All right, great. That's our top 4 through and through, right? Torch build pivot. Exactly, Pants. That's what I'm setting up for. You know me. I'm big into those torch builds. The build that definitely exists. I kill my Train Steward. I don't care. And then sacrifice another Train Steward, I think. Yep, I just don't want them cycling back in the deck. Extra torch in this deck to kill the explosives in this fight more consistently. I'm taking notes right now. Exactly, it's a 4,000 IQ play. I knew that I was going to lose if I didn't take it, so look. I don't have to explain myself. It was obviously the correct play and definitely not a mistake I made. Or that'll all do. Crap, how long have you been with your mate? Between 5 and 7 years, depending on who's counting. 4 and 6? 5 and 7. So we're using a spikes build. I mean, we started with two spiked serums in the deck, as well as spreading spores. So yeah, you kind of gotta. Depending on who's counting. Who's counting? Exactly. Depending on who's counting. I can't wait for the devs to watch this stream and make the torch deck a thing as a response. That would be lovely. Because then I didn't make a mistake. I was just ahead of the meta. Oh, get him, Imp! Get it! Yes! Extra energy? We do have a little bit of difficulty. No, but we're not gonna need the extra energy when we have the spike driver colonies going off. In fact, extra space on each floor is pretty good for the spike drivers, but also the extra draw so I can cycle back to my own sharpens. It's one of the two. Hang on, did you two go through a phase of one of you thinking you were a thing while the other one is oblivious to flirting? Bingo! we went through a phase of we were in a relationship, but I didn't realize for a very long time because I am oblivious. How can you tell if a car is rare or not? Okay, so there's a little gem here. It's very hard to see, but like these are basic cards, or rather these are basic cards in your deck. These are common cards, and then this is an uncommon card with that blue. And then, yeah, I don't have a rare card, so I can't show you a rare one at the moment. space, you only need room for colonies. But that's only if I get the colonies that are even good. It's only one more colony. Like, if I do go for Herzl's compound, I can go for it after the next boss. Like, I think it's like 51-49. Like, I think it's super close. It's funny you called him his mate. Oh, his being... Okay, sorry. Him referring to someone else, sorry. Energy is always good. No, not in a deck that's going to be flooded with a bunch of zero-cost cards in the Spike Driver colonies. That's the only thing I'm certain that I don't need. Transcend him? I know Bramble Lash is there, and I like Bramble Lash, but... Transcendent repeats all of the doubled summon effects as well, so it means that, like, no, but I'm not going to put summon... This isn't a summon deck, it's Bramble Lash. Woken Hollow. The Awoken Horror will have 110 max HP, but you don't do anything with it. That sounds so cute. I was so glad when you first spoke of him as your partner with names and such on YouTube. It was when you mentioned the PAX convention and how he's running a D&D game stuff. Yeah, I try and mention it relatively commonly. Whenever it's relevant, of course. I got into D&D on the back of Dungeons & Drag Quiz. Miriam is my everything. I'm blown away to hear that, and I know Peak will be as well. I can't wait to tell him. Is your loved one male or female? I feel like I'm missing something. Peak is a cis male. And Peak is my partner. I don't think it's any of these. They're too big. Oh, cool. I get to dupe 2 cards. I'm going to go there and dupe 2 cards. It's going to be good. Multi-strike real quick. Boom. Got him. I might want to give it a little bit of extra health so it doesn't just get pushed over with the one sweep. Like a whole line of them gets pushed over with a single sweep. Should have gone to the other side to dupe another torch. You're right, that's how I get it. That is how I get it. Silly Syndrome, thank you very much for the gift of tier 1 sub to Sir Omino. That's ranking up exactly 197 gift subs in the channel, my god. Sir Omino, enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. And Silly Syndrome, good lord. Please make sure you take care of yourself as well. Now, but now if you remove torches, you admit your mistake. No, I only needed it for that fight. Dupe colony! Yeah, let's dupe the colony right now. It's a good idea. I think I'm gonna get the torch out. Are you removing torches? I only needed them for that one fight. What's the biggest view count you had on stream? The first week I streamed, and I was doing a lot of Slay the Spire, I think. Yeah, I was doing a lot of Slay the Spire the first week I streamed, and I hit 750. I also hit like 400, 500 recently doing Monster Train, but even this stream is huge for me. Like it's much bigger than normal. I have streamed oftentimes to audiences of you know 2 to 8 people, and I have streamed to hundreds of people. It's wild. Yeah, another torch out here. I'm gonna be binging Dungeons & Drag Quiz for the rest of the quarantine now. Love to hear it, Zayna. There's does exclamation mark DNTQ link you to the YouTube? I think it does. I hope it does. Get the restore out. Still need the health from the restore, I think. Get the torch out of here. Take the torch out of here. Oh yeah, the card site will have all of it. Cool. I remember when the YouTube channel was smaller than 272. The current viewer count, yeah. Yep. The channel's come a long way. I think I'll open up with Rito Crossing for a bit. Catch up later, folks. Give Rito my best. Catch you later, Maxwell. Enemy units getting 6 extra attack. Because I'm relying on them hitting me, I don't really want to do that. But I also need them to be able to kill my spike drivers. What episode of D&D Q is a good jumping in point? The start of Season 2. I hope you haven't forgotten about that 1k Q video. I'm still waiting on that one. I'll release it after Orbital does his 10k Q. Suck a train steward. Run number and wins. This is run number 2, and we have 1 win. Too big. Is the PvP Darkest Dungeon expansion a real thing or an April Fool's joke? Asks VCVC. It's a real thing. It was like an April Fool's joke, I thought, but it's now a real thing. I'm amazed by it. Like, I had no clue. I got totally fooled, and it's actually like a pleasant April Fool's as well. They bait and switched me. When are you ending the stream? In 2.5 hours? 2 hours and 40 minutes? The Dungeon Drag Quiz YouTube has 11 videos. Is that all they have, or do I have to look up other sources? They only just started doing the videos for them. Before that, they were doing live stage shows that then got edited down into the podcast. But now they're doing Twitch streams that then get exported as videos. So the video seasons, the videos are effectively the start of season 2. Did die. I was not looking at its health for some reason. Why? Ryan. Alright, well, hopefully I end up living through this fight, I guess. This run, I guess. Actually, yeah, I will live through this run. They're gonna get to the top floor and then get killed by the vapor funnel. You don't concentrate anymore? I was talking about my partner. Of course I'm gonna lose concentration. There's links on the website. You can find it on Spotify. Yeah, the card website should have all the different ways to find it. Dungeon Drag Quiz kept me sane on a very cramped flight, so thank Pete for me if you would. On it. Will do. Well, this is not good. This is a problem. And I completely misordered those as well. Yeah, we're probably dead. So the pseudonym gave a gift of a tier 1 sub to Kovac. Kovac, enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. Does it not look too spicy? No. This is too spicy for me. Dang it. If we survived that fight, the spike drivers would have gone off and we would have absolutely won. That's okay. It happens. Since there's 2.5 hours left. Daily. Okay, yeah, we'll move on to daily next. Or the Awoken. No, I think I'll go to the Awoken first. Because apparently the daily today is very difficult, so I imagine that won't last a ridiculously long period of time. Devour your spells, and the cycle of life is going to disappear. That's unfortunate. Sting spell to your hands? It adds sting spells to my hand which devour? Second unit of the turn, gain 2 energy. I don't know about that. You said the angels are trying to stop you. They look more like demons than demons themselves. They're angels. I'm gonna take Hell's Banner. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing with this build. Revenge, draws extra cards. No, it definitely spikes over the top of that. We're gonna have to find a strategy further on. Non-boss enemy units gain. You know what? Yeah, that's fine. I have 2 glimmers in the deck, so we should have the an easy time clearing out all these enemy units anyway. Like that. Let's go train next floor, and then cycle of life on the top. Try the Glimmer new deck wrap. I have, but like it, like I needed so many other things. I'll see if I can just pump it. Wrap very important in the daily if you're offered. No spoilers. Please. Oh, that should have been behind the... Yeah, dang it. That should be on the top floor. Oh, no. I mean, these spells will all be consumed out of the deck for the final boss. So I don't really want to take any of them to rely on. I'll take this in the interim. Fledgling Imp. Pass. Wanting Sapwood, Animus of Speed. Animus of Speed is nice though. But it needs spell support, or it needs upgrade support. Upgrade support would do. So I can get a Hellhorned unit, and I can go to the spell shop in order to start upgrading Glimmers and Cycle of Life, or I can go and get money and start upgrading my Animus of Speed. I think I need money in the Animus of Speed. What's the relic? This is the Hell's Banner. Whenever you summon the second unit during a turn, gain 2 energy. I think I need the damage from it. Not what I wanted, but that'll work. Definitely don't want to give it the plus 15 HP though. And devour my spells. Alright, just gonna remove 2 cards from the deck. I was really hoping one of these would have been damaged, but I guess Large Stone is huge anyway. But I mean, I would have taken basically any of the minion upgrades in this line, right? Like I would have taken Large Stone, I would have taken Quick, I would have taken Multi-Strike. It's just another stack of Multi-Strike. At the start of battle, enemy units appear on each floor. Again, we have Glimmer, so that shouldn't be that bad. Okay, so I'm very hopeful that I get a Glimmer in the next round. Because if I do, I can kill all of these units at the same time. I have 2 Glimmers in the deck and there's 12 cards. Hang on. This thing hasted itself to the top floor? It's supposed to haste itself and the other units to the 3rd. How? Because of space? So because of space, it overloaded into the next one. Don't like that. Anyway, there's the glimmer, by the way. Also, Raps, I have a lot to thank you. You're my inspiration to come out as not 100% straight to my girlfriend, who herself is Pam, but was still not easy. I don't know why, but you gave me the inspiration to do it, so thanks. I am extremely, extremely honored to hear that, Baron. Sincerely. That's incredible. I'm so glad you're able to do it. And then Silly Sundom gifted a tier 1 sub to Baron. Everyone, enjoy your moments in chat, and welcome to the Republic. You've been here for basically forever, as long as I can remember. But welcome back. Give him the Glimmer, 2 Horn Breaks for fun. Guessing there's a hard unit limit per floor. Yeah, it's 7 maximum units. And easy. Hey, Rap, finally coming on the stream. Good to see you, Groovy Asteria. How's it going? Wildwood Sap the regen. I mean, I can remove Consume from this, and then it won't get consumed in the final Seraph the Diligent fight. That's good. And Silly Sundom gifted a tier 1 sub to Groovy Asteria, making a maximum of making a total of 200 gift subs in the channel. Welcome, Groovy Asteria, to the Republic. Enjoy your moments in chat. Welcome to the Republic is usually a banter. I've messed it up in the other way. And also Legendary 17. Silly, thank you very much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Legendary 17 and to Umbriotic 13 as well. Silly, thank you very much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Umbriotic 13 and Legendary 17 and Groovy Asteria. Enjoy your emotes in chat. Welcome to the Republic, each of you. Oh, you remember I'm here since the start? That's really wholesome. Of course. There are names I remember from a very long time ago. Enflames? I don't think I need it. Ascend so you can stack your unit behind the Thorn unit? Yes. Yeah, if we're doing, we can do Thorns on the top floor with this, because we have damage in the backline already, so we should be fine. Alright, so when you play the daily, would you like suggestions on path? I would rather go in blind. Woken unit. I mean, do you have any color that's not my champion? Would be like another Animus of Speed. Another Animus of Speed, and I have the ability to overstack them. Yeah, that one. Ryan, what Seraph do you think is the hardest? Because I think buff removal is the worst. I think buff removal is the worst as well. I think it locks you out of the most strategies. Obviously, like, heavy rage is harder to accomplish, if not impossible. It's not impossible, but it's harder to accomplish. The heavy spikes is obviously hard. And sometimes in Awoken, like, the only thing you're really capable of doing is heavy spikes, or at least with my experience in the game so far. So it feels like sometimes when you play the Awoken and you get buff removal, you're just like, guess I'll die then. I said amongst the word then. Much appreciated. Getting a branded warrior behind my spike actually in the top is pretty good as well. Because on Slay it applies rage 2 to friendly units and they have multi-strikes, so giving them rage is really good. Sure. I should have done the event first. Because then I would have... I should have done the event first. Dang it. At least that gives me a little bit of knowledge for the next time I end up in this scenario. A Working Core has heavy spikes, and with the right relics you can go heavy healing since it translates damage. So, relics. Heavy healing since it translates. Awoken Core has heavy spikes, and with the right relics you can go heavy healing since it translates to damage. Woken Core. I'm not certain I understand what you're saying there, Isaac. Never dupe first? Yeah, you're right. I know, but now I know. 4 slots though? It's okay, I have an Ascend in the deck. The idea is I'll just Ascend stuff past it. I got my first Infinite currently running. 7 focus growths with Sentient with Rejuvenate dealing 10 damage. Focus... Oh, like, are the focus growths free? Well done. I'm gonna sack the Train Steward, I don't need it. I think he means you can switch from heavy spike to heavy heal. If you're doing it, like a rejuvenate build, like a restoration detonation rejuvenate build. I've never found that to do enough damage to kill bosses. But that might just be me. Or you could do the same Infinite with Engrafts. Yeah, Engrafts seem like they're basically built for that that kind of thing. Sack you. Do I need to sack you this turn? Hornbreak kill the backliner. Sure. That's a big Thorn Lady. Damn straight it is. That's a large stone and a behemoth stone on the same character. Let's ascend you to the next floor. Good. I gotta go. See you around, Skiplinski. Sorry, Skiplinski. My understanding is that the spikes do damage as you're hit, so healing means your unit can keep retaliating with more thorns. Yes. Not sure I'm necessarily understanding the points that are being made with respect to that build, to be entirely honest with you. Feel like I'm missing part of it. So I need more copies of Ascend in the deck. Oh. Look at you. You're tiny, you Animus of Speed. You're absolutely minuscule. Let me ascend it. Thank you. And then I'm going to do the Glimmer for the heal across the line, and this'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Extra energy? No, it's extra card draw so I can get to the hidden passage more commonly. I don't actually need extra capacity. I'm using hidden passage in my way to overstack them. Floor size? Floor size doesn't really help you there. Dark Deal. Deal 5 damage, apply rage 8. Consume for an extra multi-strike. Ramble Ash? Ramble Ash is a nuke, but I don't necessarily need those with all these multi-strikers. I think it's Dark Deal. I think, like, up until the final fight, it'll be useful, and in the final fight, it'll just be a plus 16 buff for 1 turn. None of those. Take my money. Ooh, a dupe! Forge my spells. Honestly, forging my spells isn't that good anymore. Unless I can get Permafrost on Ascend, and even then, as long as I draw my first Animus of Speed before my first Ascend, I'm fine, and I have 2 Animuses of Speed, so... No, I think it's remove and dupe. Yeah, there's remove and 2 dupes. The start of battle, summon a random unit from your deck on each floor? If the Branded Warrior goes on the bottom floor, that's bad for us, actually. I don't want that. I think it might be advanced prototype. As much as I don't actually want advanced prototype, I think it is that. You know, this is very weird for me. I've been watching you for a while on YouTube, like 3 or 4 years, and never saw your face. I've always been imagining it in my head. Your face and reactions on situations, and now I can see it. Yep, it tends to be very different to what people often expect from me. The one reason that I would take the advanced prototype here would literally just be so that I can use the train stewards more effectively to block damage on lower floors while I move the animals to speed up. But this is going to be too big to put on the same floor as a train steward. So yeah, money. Money. Dupe ascend? That makes it more likely that I draw my first ascend before I draw my first animus. I still want another animus. This is too big, too good of a unit to not just get another copy of, I think. I also have 2 glimmers and 2 hornbreaks in this deck, so removing the resource and torches is easy, good. This is removal? Yeah, I know. I was kidding before. Yeah, no, we kill them all on 1 floor. This is fine. Got you all round, Riddell. Remove the behemoth? No, never. You can't make me. Sentient. Get a warrior behind you. Put a animals of speed down. Glimmer. And throw away a train steward. Duping the ascent for the final fight. Yeah, no, I'll do that stuff later. Is there a limit to how many points you can overstack? Not points, but there's a limit to how many units you can have on the same floor. Wait. If I ascend and then play the Animus of Speed, I'm gonna have to Hornbreak to kill the backliner, that's fine. Right? Yeah, I have to kill this. But yeah, you can only have 7 units on the floor. That's the limit. Not 7 pips, not 7 size, not 7 overstack or anything like that. Just 7 full units total. Okay. Cycle you, regen on you, Dark Deal on the backliner. Giving him the absolute business right now. Can I have my ascension, please? No, of course. I don't want to heal on this floor because I don't want the Clipped Refractor to gain extra. I mean, it would have been fine, actually. Yeah, I should have healed on this floor. So you can dupe 3 more times that multi-lady and ascend her to the top floor. Exactly. What's the first artifact? This is the Hell's Banners. Whenever you summon a second unit during a turn, gain 2 energy. I can Glimmer and Restore on this floor without it being a problem. You can't F8, that ends streams. Yeah. F8 is my start and stop recording button. Good. This is good. I'll pop you there and Dark Deal you as well. Start with more spikes and heal. Fine. Is it me or are the characters bigger than the other day? They changed size when I got Large Stone and again when I got Behemoth. Good. Ooh, Consume Crown. Friendly units gain +2 damage on kill with 3 multi-strikers in the deck? But the developers need some positive feedback. Guess I'll have to download the beta and give the F8 thumbs up branch. Oh, I feel like a lot of my coverage so far has been very, very positive. There's very positive feedback. And also sometimes they've hung out in the stream as well. What does behemoth mean? It means it's big. So it was a large refraction. It's an event. It gives it plus 15 to its health, its damage, and its 1 to its size. What's the biggest minion cost you've ever had? As in its size cost? 4. Its mana cost, consumer of crowns, 10. Just send a unit, no. I honestly don't think we want any of these. Like, Cycles of Life. Yeah, it's more health on our frontlining unit to keep it alive while the backlining units do stuff, I guess. Double armor on a unit, no. Inferno, probably not. Don't have the ability to even cast the Inferno. Fine. I can't cast the Inferno for a while. Didn't he start one of his YouTube videos with F8? Yep, I start all of them with F8. And I end them with F8 too. The sequel to F8. Artifacts. There's a lot of artifacts. How much do I need spell buffs? Not enough to turn down all the artifacts. We're aware of what we at least perceive as positive feedback from Rhapsody. You can change that perception to a knowledge, Steve. I don't typically have 55 hours in a game over 11 days unless I really like the game. Friendly answers with Rage 3. That is good for us, especially with all of the multi-strikes we have. Apply daze to enemy enters when they enter the room below the pirate floors so they'll never hit my thorns. It's a bad idea. Definitely restraints. Let's have a look at what we have in... Let's look at the concealed cavern before we look at this artifact. It's early, I'll take the health. Oh, sorry, I'll take the money for the health. Get Sap Tap? Maybe. Did I take the Engraph before? No, I didn't, but I do have 2 Glimmers that I'm gonna leave in the deck. And I have the regen, obviously, from the Wildwood Sap. Friendly units gain +3, or cards with consume have a 50% chance to be discarded instead. That'll sometimes cycle Wildwood Sap. Nah. I'm gonna go with the +3 health. Like, it's not much, but it gets these above the breakpoint of having 30 health, which means that 2 hits of 15 doesn't kill them. 3 hits of 10 doesn't kill them yet. It's a much better breakpoint. Consume for the final boss. Ooh, okay. It'll save half of my spells in the final boss. That's a good point, well mate. This is a good point, well made. I'll take it. I'll take the Sap Tap too. Is the last boss effect consume or something? Yeah, the Great Trader will devour your spells, so all of them will have consume. This is more health. And then Bristling 3 is 70 health, so that's a lot to put in the front line. Yeah, it's sentient here. Definitely sentient. Card Dark Deal is from Devil Clan. Deal with the devil. Yeah. With whom are they making the deal? Well, I mean, I guess you are playing as the demons, so... Huh. Who are you making a deal with? That's a good point, well made. Is the keyword consume, or does it add the keyword devour? It adds the keyword consume to each of your cards, but it's what to each of your spells rather. But if you have a spell that already has had consume removed as part of an upgrade that you've applied to it, it will still not have consume in that fight because the effect on the card overrides it, which is super useful. This is fine. This is fine. We have the extra energy from the Hell's Banner in the first cycle, and in the second cycle, everything's already dying. You're making a deal with your neighbor, Jerry. He's a bit eccentric, but his business is honest and the product is good. Of course, Jerry's hand is also a shadow made corporeal. Sentient, Animus. I can also put another Animus on the bottom floor, but honestly, I think like Cycle of Life on the top is better. Everyone asks also Steve Shiny being the developer who's currently in chat. Anyway, we can support you because I really love the game and I really want to support you and make to make more awesome things. As my knowledge, there is no way of purchasing it right now, and Steve responded. Where is the response? Tell your friends and any strangers to wishlist the game on Steam. Yep. Exclamation mark Monster Train in chat, by the way, if you want to get a link to the Steam page where you can wishlist the game if you would like. And then Horn break the back line. Great. Look at the boss, he has 4 hands, and I never in my 20-year life never saw a 4-handed angel. Really? Like, the current interpretation of angels is very different to, like, biblical interpretation of angels. Maybe there is a 4-handed angel. I don't know. I mean, I'm personally an atheist, but in and amongst lore, I guess, is the point I'm making now. I'm waiting for a flaming wheel of eyes boss. Yeah, Shisha, so am I. The more classical interpretation. Let's go for a glimmer. So, what? You're attacking. He's like 25 on the backswing. We deal 2. 25 2 is 27. Yeah, the Branded Warrior is not going to be able to get kill here. I need the Branded Warrior to get like mad buff, so I actually would like to go and take him to a shop. You know 3 angles? Acute, obtuse, and right. Where's your reflex angle, bud? Oh, not even trying. Horn break one of these backlines just to save some HP, I think. Be honest, am I talking too much? No, that's what chat's for, Galaxy Wolf. Talking. Give him all of the business. The absolute business. And another sharpen, why not? Reflex angle was the one cast out of heaven to rule over hell, right? Oh, sorry, you're right. I'm forgetting the law. My bad. Ooh, another regen. Don't mind if I do. Yes. Oh, this is so cruel. Oh, we weren't even close to that. Split Anvil. After playing a spell, spells in your hands with lower cost of energy are free this turn. We have a 3 cost in our deck. Okay. It'd be better if either of those were 2 costs, but yeah, I'll still take it. Zethorn's Pyagro? Pyagro? I mean, it's only got 2 bad hits, like Dark Deal and Wildwood Sap. Pygra. Another Dark Deal. Because we're going to set up on the top floor. Actually, no, another Dark Deal is just generally good anyway. Okay, I'm going. It's 4 AM now. I have to sleep and have work to do. Catch you around, Galaxy Wolf. Thank you for tuning in. Artifacts are too good. I need them. Grant +1, grant +1 stack of spikes each time it's applied. Okay, I'll take that. When friendly unit is healed, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to the amount healed. I don't need that, but I could take that for a little bit of damage. Biogrow is good 80% of the time, great like 8% of the time, and bad like 12% of the time now, right? Around that, but also there is the thing that it will determine a card that I have to play. So instead of like having a hand of 5 cards and I choose, you know, imagine they're all 1 cost, right? I choose 3 cards that I want to play with 3 mana. If I have to play Pyre in order to draw another card to reduce its cost, and then I don't want to play that card, like I draw a Restore that I don't want to play, then it's also a bad hit. So the numbers are a little off there. Just a little. Anyone else watch Infinity Train? I did. I watched seasons 1 and 2. It was very, very good. I highly recommend it. So I'm going to remove more of the negative hits from the deck. Friendlies enter with 5 armor. That just seems like good life to put on them. Precious Plating has a lot of health, though. I kind of just want to give them the armor. It's the armor. It's the armor. They're not getting to the pyre, honestly. It's just not happening. Then let's remove 2 more cards. Is it time to get rid of the Train Stewards? Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It's time to get rid of the Train Stewards as well. What's the Ascension phase? This is on Covenant 1. It is the only Covenant that is currently available. Poor Stewards, never the hero. I had one run with a very early advanced prototype, and I started trying to buff them. That was useful, but I still think I relied mostly on something else. Spell Shield 5 on my enemies? It's fine. Glimmer is already good. Oh my god. Sentient. Animus. Ascend. I think I go like the Cycle of Life rather than Glimmer. No, but I get to Pyre Grow if I Glimmer. Upgrade a card in the deck. Fine. I'm gonna sack the Branded Warrior. Cycle makes things free because Vandal. Alright. Yep, that's 100% true. I'm a dummy. I will make sure that I keep that in mind in the future. I'm a dummy. I was talking about how effective it would be, and then as soon as it was effective, I was like, oh, actually, this looks like nothing to me. I don't see anything. That's my best impression of me. What do you think? We'll be fine. You do a good impression of yourself? Thank you. I've been doing it for 26 years. Dark Deal? Dark Deal? Glimmer. Twice, and then... Hornbrick kills it. Alright. Good. Now I can do it correctly! Alright. Send you to the next passage. Perfect. How come you're the only person streaming this game? It seems so cool. I have no clue, Sid. I have no clue. It baffles me. There is a small part of me that feels lucky, but it baffles me that I am the only person doing it at the moment. Uptime? I don't have an uptime command. I've been alive for 26 years, but I've been live for 3 hours now. the timeline for this leaving beta? The public beta period ends on the 9th. That's all I know, though. Have you done daily yet? Not yet. That's next. Currently, we're doing this run with the large stone behemoth multi-strikers, which is it's good. It's a good one. Good way to do a run. I'm gonna ascend you so that both of those die at the same time, so that I don't lose a bunch of damage if you come back to the top floor next turn and there's an overcharged tank in the front line rather. Is the game available for us to play? Yes, you can use the information that just got posted in chat by Reginald Hammerschmidt, the resident bot around these parts. That will tell you how to access the current beta. Hi, Grom. Glimmer, I mean, it's a little bit of health on the top line, at least. Cycle again. Dark deal again. Glimmer, just for health restore. Let's send the boss if that works. Yeah, sure, let's do that. That'll work. Actually, there's one other stream going on right now. Hell yeah. It begins. Extra energy so that I can cast an Animus and a Cycle of Life on the same turn. Or extra card draw to get back to my hidden it can't be extra card draw to get back to my hidden passage. That's not relevant in the final fight. I'm gonna take Last Stand. If I can remove Consume from that in a spell shop later, that'd be good. No spell shop at the moment. Forge my units to gain new powers. Only thing I really would do is like upgrade this Animus of Speed as well. I honestly think this side is way more appealing. Rage has an additional damage per stack. Spikes deal an additional damage per stack. Great. Good. Remove 2 cards from the deck. Yeah, let's get a Torch and Restore out of here. You know what? No, it's a Train Steward. Alright. Non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up a floor. That's fine. Couldn't you buy it cheaper? So the Merchant's Relic on the left side was what, 105? So 105, 25 cost reduction. I would need to buy like 400 gold worth of stuff before I make even. I didn't have 400 gold plus the initial investment, so no. Heaven's Seal. Ouch. That's gonna be a little frustrating in terms of damage. Sentient Animus. I'll Cycle of Life you so that I can ascend this. Actually, hang on, I'll Pyro first. Dark deal, baby. Get Darkly dealt on. All I need to do is just keep buffing the unit's health in the front line here, the Sentient. I'm gonna Glimmer the bottom line to set up for another Glimmer while the Wiltlings aren't attacking anything. Dark Deal to kill the enemies. It's still way better on the Animus of Speed. Hornbreak to kill one of you, because they have an Extinguish deal 5 damage to the front enemy unit. Maybe I should, you know what? Yeah, no, I'm actually going to sack 2 of my units here on the bottom line. Because these 2 units aren't that good. They just aren't. They don't end up making it to the top floor often. I don't have time to put them there. Okay, I would actually need 2 glimmers in the same turn, right? Because they heal as they go to the next floor. That makes sense. Let's cycle first. Pyagro draws. Another cycle! It makes it cost 0! Ooh! Yes. Get it. Glimmer on this line. The Animus of Speed on the next. It doesn't even manage to kill the frontliner, but there's an Ascend in the next hand, so this will give me the ability to actually put it on the top line. Are there any run-changing factors you can choose at the start? Isn't something similar to picking a character? Yes. Steve Shiny has laid out the explanation for you there. You pick a primary and an allied clan, so kind of like a class and a subclass. And then there's 5 clans that the final game will have, which is 20 combinations, because you can't take the same thing as the top and the bottom, so it's not just 5 factorial, which I learned earlier in the stream, because I was just thinking about it as, oh yeah, that'll work. Again, my impression of me, what do you think? Let's keep going with the deals. Then I just want to thin down one of these floors. Allying with yourself, the introvert specialty. You'd end up with like it's the multi-classing is such a huge part of your versatility in builds. I'm gonna last stand up here. Nice. Made the same card 0 cost again. Whew. Will the available cards change depending on if it's the main or secondary clan? No, your champion depends on that. And I think like some of the card drops after that, I'm not entirely certain. Great. Axolotl clan looks like a lot of fun. I've been specifically avoiding that, specifically avoiding checking out the developer streams so I don't see that before I play it. But I have heard some good things. This looks like a lost run. Should probably just quit now. You're right, you're right. I should probably just talk to chat for a while until I accidentally throw. It's 5x4, but not 5x5. Yeah. Oh, it wouldn't be factorial, right? No, yeah, no, it's yeah, it's not squared. Sorry, it's yes. Never mind. Thank heck no one called me out on the factorial thing. No, Raving Prodigy did. Yeah, it's square. You're right. You're right. Sorry. Ah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Been too long since I did combinations and permutations. Too long. Get up here. Business given. Summon abilities trigger an additional time? We're not actually gonna put any summon abilities in this deck. I'll take that money. Another Pyagro? Ascend for the flex, already did. Spreading Spores is nice, but it's going to be very helpful in the final fight with Seraph the Diligent. Fine. Double armor on a unit. Another dark deal. Another dark deal, I think? What's this deck? Do I have a collector's bonus of dark deals? Do I have 4 of them at least? 3. Okay. 3. I could get a 4th though. But forge your spells to gain new powers. There are a couple spells that I want to affect with that. Obviously, like double stack on any of these dark deals would be ridiculous. Removal of consumption on last stand would be insane. Lower cost on spreading spores would also be really good. So there's a lot of good, really good things that we can hit over on this side. So I have to go for it. But first I'll look at this, then I'll go to the concealed cavern. Create a spell to gain holdover. Holdover is not going to work here. Yeah, the spells will be devoured, so I can't get them to my next hand. Instead, I'll lower the cost of the spreading spores, because then all the copies added to the discard pile will also have their cost lowered. And it consumes, but by base, it as a spell adds more copies into my deck, so I'll still have them to play in Seraph the Diligence fight. When summoned, friendly units get +1 damage for every blight card in your deck, and it gives you 3 blights. Honestly, no, none of these, I think. Won't holdover make copies appear in your hand anyways? No, it's not a copy of the card, it's that card. Are there any games you're looking forward to play or cover soon on the channel, Raps? There's a twin stick at the moment. What is it? Oh, I'm looking forward to covering Griftland soon. Twin stick? I can't remember what the twin stick is, but there's a twin stick that I also have my eyes on at the moment. It's none of these. It might be time to get the Animus of Speed and the Branded Warrior out of the deck. But they also just purge on play and they stop the enemies for a while. But I mean, so do all of these spells. They purge on play and they just kind of stop the enemies for a while. But they might not necessarily purge on play because the other effects. That's a good point. I'm gonna get a Hornbreak out of here. I think I might remove the other Hornbreak also. Your gold is useless while 50% of the 50% holds over every time. Works 50% of every time, sorry. You know what? Fine. Let's try and hold over a really? I can't hold over Last Stand. I guess because it has Consume, you can't overhold a Consume spell. Alright, fair enough. Probably a Dark Deal, I guess. Actually, also, let's make a Glimmer more powerful. There you go. Take the one with extra health. Hold over the Spore, doesn't work. All spell cards get consumed, good. Exit Gungeon? I covered Exit Gungeon a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to do like a full series on Exit Gungeon though. Okay, that got destroyed. Dark Deal got discarded. Is that the holdover one? No, it's not. Okay. And this is one of the multi-strike. Do I sacrifice this right? I could just try and leave it there and ascend it later if it works. Oh no, but I can't leave it there and ascend it later if it works because I need the space for the Animus' Speed to stand on that floor. Yeah, I'm just sacrificing you. Okay, branded, and then this Animus on this floor. Cycle. Dang it, that didn't hold over. Okay, that's fine. It happens. Just murder one of them. Isn't your ascend burned? No. Because the first card that burnt was the consume. I was pretty sure that was the case. All right. 50-50. It got discarded, right? It got discarded. Hell yeah. Glimmer. Murder you as well, and then Glimmer for health on one of these? Yeah, Glimmer for health on the top line, I think. A good run. Okay. Send you to the next floor. Start spreading those spores. Start spreading the spores. Last stand. I think last stand kills here. Last stand kills here. Get him. And that's a boss rush bonus for killing the boss before. That worked out pretty well, I think. Can you send a unit to the higher floor? Yes, you can. You cannot send the boss to the top floor though. Sinatra Monster Train mashup, nice. I love me some Sinatra. It's a good interject croon, the Sinatras. Got the Branded Warrior and Wildwood Sap there. Jayako, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Much appreciated.